It is the end of August already. Time to do a wrap up. Welcome. I am Liz from French Toast and Books, and today is my August wrap up video. August went by in such a huge rush for me. Oh my goodness, I don't know where my time flew by. I did not finish my list because, you know, these were the books I was supposed to read in the month of August. But I only read these. Anyway, I'm going to start with my little cosplay because it's going to take a lot less time. I have finally finished my chest plate. All I need is to seal the paint. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it is all done. I've done a little bit of detail work on my needle gun. If you can see, I added blood to the needle tip, and I fixed up some of the paint work. And for the big kicker, guys, I finished my Jinx costume. Well, the outfit anyway. Finally, after weeks of trying to get this thing sewed on, it is complete. Let's show it off for a minute here. I got it to work. And my beautiful shorts are also all done. Now I can work on the weapons and the detailing and all of that stuff. So I'm super excited. I gotta go to Home Depot tonight and pick out my PVC pipe. The book side of things, I still need to work on, but I read some really good books this month, everyone. The first one, right here, is The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson, and it is a young adult fantasy. I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. I mean, why wouldn't I? It's amazing. Oh my gosh. Mary Pearson knows how to write a book, knows how to write a sequel of a book, because it's the second book in the Remnant Chronicles. And oh my goodness, the character development of Leah, Rafe, and Caden is so juicy, and you're always pick a side, but this book makes sides impossible. The story and history of Venda is so rich and beautiful, and I cannot wait for the third one. It is definitely going to be on my TBR, but it doesn't come out for a while. Great start to the month, because this is the first book I finished, and the month only gets better, guys. The next book I read is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, and I gave this story a 4.5 out of 5 stars. The only reason why it missed half a star is because there's a slow patch in between the first and second clue, and I did not care for the love interest scenario, situation, plot. I did not like it. And it was recommended to me by a friend. I'm so glad I picked it up and read it. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. The next book I picked up is Fractured Innocence by Julia Crane. It is the second book in the iFix series, and I really enjoyed the continuation of Caitlin's story. Caitlin becomes a cyborg when she is in an accident and dies, but donates her body to science, so the iFix Corporation brings her back. The second story continues with her decision to try to fight crime and save the world, make it a better place. So you get to deal with new characters as she tries to find a trafficker that specializes in sex trafficking and child trafficking, and she's just trying to find him and take him down. I gave it a, I believe, 4.5 out of 5 stars because I really, really liked it. I read it really fast, and it was so good. The next book I finished was the third book in that iFix series, which is Fatal Abduction, and it's the finale of the iFix series, and I really enjoyed this one as well. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars, and it continues with Caitlin's story, only this time she is searching for a serial killer, and I think I enjoyed this book a little bit more than Fractured Innocence in the sense of the villain, because you get to be in his mind and you can see how his psychology and his sociopath tendencies just completely alter his concept of reality. It was so well thought through that I would actually love it if she kept continuing in the series, even though I don't know if that's going to happen. The last book I read this month was Hit by Delilah Dawson, and I can rave about this book for probably at least a half hour. It was so good. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I'd rate it more. I could probably give it 10 out of 5 because, oh my gosh, I need to find out if people are reading this book. I need to know and your thoughts on this story, because it's a new release book that I picked up at the library. I didn't hear any recommendations, anything about it. I just picked it up on a whim, and it blew my mind. It is a young adult thriller. It's kind of pre-dystopian. It's right when the shit hits the fan, when this bank called Valor Savings decide to take over the government and collect on all of their debtors. The main character is Patsy, who is 17 years old, and she is given the option to either watch her mother be shot dead and then die herself, or be a bounty hunter and offer the same scenario to debtors that are in default. Due to a clause in her mother's credit card signed by Valor Bank, it's a heartbreaking, but at the same time so motivating to see what you do in that situation, whether you decide to let your mom die or you decide to be a bounty hunter like Patsy and make other people that have the same decision and either shoot them dead when they refuse to be a bounty hunter. And oh my gosh, I have actually looked for the release date of the second book because I was so excited, and that is set to release next year, and I hope the date stays because, oh guys, it is so good. Oh, so good. And now, my peeps, we get down to the nitty-gritty, the books I did not finish. First, we have Opal by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Is the third book in the Lux series, and as you can see from my bookmark, I am actually more than halfway through. I have about a fourth, maybe a fifth left in this story, and I actually had to put it down. I could not continue to read it. I know that's bad. I'm sorry, guys. I put me in a reading slump. It took me 2 weeks just to get this far, and I couldn't do it. Damien and Katie just were annoying, and I didn't like the plot as much. The cliffhanger, the lovely cliffhanger that I loved so much, that tore my brain out in the second book, its resolution fell flat for me, and this book was a struggle. I'm gonna try maybe to finish it. We'll see. The next book I did not get to finish or even start is Seduction by Molly Cochran, and I did not even start it because as I was looking for more information on this book through Goodreads, I found out it's the third book in a series, and there is no indication in the inside cover anywhere that this is a third book. So, can't read it yet. We'll get to it eventually. The last book on my TBR is Borne by Karen Sandler, and I did not get to this book purely due to time constraints with my costuming and reading other stories and work and school and all that stuff. I didn't get to it, but I have a bookmark in there because I will get to it. It is going to happen. And that is my video for you. Please comment down below if you've read any of these books or any of the books you read in August. I would love to hear your input and see how you felt about any of these stories, or any recommendations you have for me that you read in the month of August. Subscribe. I love subscribers. I love looking at new channels and seeing what other people have to offer to this lovely community that I have started to grow in. And I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye now.